What's good, y'all? Podcast episode 134, I believe. Hope everyone had a good weekend. It's Monday, back at it. It's about 6:18 in the morning. In the sauna, got my workout in for the day. Yeah, man, this weekend was pretty cool. Just kind of hung out, really. Went out to eat with my family, went to B-Dubs, watched the Reds game. Saturday, we just kind of hung out. We didn't do too much. And then yesterday, went to an antique mall with my fam and came back and just hung out again. So, pretty low-key weekend for the most part. Sometimes that's nice, man. Sometimes it's nice to just hang out, not have a bunch of plans or anything like that. Nora had a soccer game this weekend and they won. And they don't keep score, but I keep score. And we are undefeated right now, so 4-0. It's funny, man. They have these two twins on the team, and they're 4 and 5 years old or whatever the kids are, and these two twins, man, they score like every single goal for us. I think the one twin had like 5 goals. But it's funny, man. The kids just learning how to play soccer and just get in there and, you know, do what they do. But yeah, man, so that's been fun. That's been giving us something to look forward to every week. But yeah, man, we one other cool thing that we have been experiencing. So for Christmas, I got my wife a bird feeder camera, and so we recently hooked that up. And it's just been fun to like watch these birds, man, come up to the camera, and birds and squirrels too. I mean, we have a couple squirrels that just tear this thing up. So that's been fun. I've been using those videos as like some promo for my album. So hey, it works. Free promo for me. So, but yeah, man, new album drops this Friday. It's coming, man. I'm very, very proud of the work that we put into it. You know, it's a year and a half in the almost a year and a half. It's about a year and 4 months in the making, 4.5 months or so. So, you know, they say the best things take some time to create, and that's how I feel about this project. It took us some time. We jumped through a lot of hoops to get it done and to get to this point. And I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud of the work that we put into it. I definitely feel like it's my best work yet. So yeah, this Friday, man, Crusader, the album drops, and yeah, man, I just want to say shout out my boy E-Mac made it, because he definitely helped me make this, and man, he's just helped me so much over the years. And I mean, it really is just a true honor to be able to partner up with somebody and create, you know, whatever it is. It's awesome to create with somebody that you trust, you love, you respect, and yeah, man, it's just been a blessing. So, shout out my boy E-Mac, and man, we finally did it. We finally did it. So, I've been trying to eat right, man, get back to my eating. I kind of fell off the horse. I would say like starting around like October-ish to now, And man, it's tough. Like once you fall off, like you've been eating good for so long and then you fall off and just start eating bad, man, it's hard to get back up. It's hard to get back up, but at the same time, you know, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. You know, if you're filling your gas tank, your car gas tank up with the wrong gas, you might be able to go a little bit, but you aren't going to go very far. You know, before something breaks, before your car starts to malfunction and this and that. And that's the same thing with eating. You know, when you put the wrong food in your body, it's like putting the wrong gas in your car. You might be able to go for a little bit, but eventually you're going to start to break down. And that's kind of where I feel like I'm at right now, you know. I feel like my mind, my body is just starting to break down because I'm not putting the right nutrients into it. You know, one thing about me is that I hit the gym religiously, and I have been for years, but I haven't always been the best at my diet and eating right. And that's a problem, man, you know? It's a problem because you're busting your butt in the gym only to, like, sabotage yourself in the kitchen. So, I guess I'm only saying that to say, you know, I need to change, and I would like to change, even though it's hard. I do want to change for the better. You know, for me, for the long term of my family. You know, I want to be around for my kids' kids. I don't want my daughter to have to worry about me the way that I worry about my parents, you know? Because they don't eat right. So, we'll get there, man. We'll get there sooner or later. You know, it takes a lot, but it also takes family support. You know, if the people in your household aren't eating the best either, that's tough. It's tough. So, you know, my wife and I, we've been discussing different ways that we can eat better and, you know, eat better for our kid and just get back right, man. Just get back right, you know. You know, while you're waiting for a change, you know. While you're waiting for a new blessing to come into play, make sure you're doing things that are aligned with the new life that you want and that you're praying for, you know? If you're waiting for a new blessing to change, but then you're sabotaging yourself, I don't feel like you're attracting that blessing. You know, if we are magnets and we're attracting the life that we want to live, we got to make sure that we're strengthening our magnet so that it's pulling the blessings towards us and not away from us. So, yeah, man, that's kind of where I've been at recently, mentally, and on Friday, we did have an announcement at work that somebody was leaving, somebody that I am affiliated with at work, and this person isn't the most positive person in my life. I don't want to speak ill of this person, but this person has caused issues for me, and so this person recently announced their departure date at work, and it's 2 weeks away. And I wish this person the best. I want them to do what's best for them and their family, and hopefully they find some peace, some happiness. But this person has caused a lot of negativity for me, and and I realized it's not even that person's fault. It's my own, because I allowed it to happen. And I'm starting to realize that we control the situations that we put ourselves in. In any situation that you're in right now, you chose to be there. You chose it. Through, whether it's through a string of choices, one choice that made it all happen, whatever it is, you chose to be in this moment. So I chose unwillingly to allow this person to control my peace for so long. And unfortunately, I just kept letting it happen, for the fear of getting fired, for the fear of whatever the fear is, just out of fear. And I just want to make a vow to myself right now to never let that happen again, regardless. I work way too hard. I feel like I know my stuff enough to have confidence, and I just don't want to let people dominate my life that way anymore. I don't want to keep giving the keys to my life to somebody who could care less. And yeah, man, like I said, I wish this person the best on their next endeavors. I hope they find the joy that they're looking for. But at the same time, man, what a relief. What a relief when God pulls somebody out of your life that just doesn't fit there anymore, And I know that sounds mean, it sounds selfish, but boy, it is true. So, I'm making a lot of new vows to myself, man. I know we're almost at the end of quarter one. Or maybe we did. Yeah, we're already done with quarter one. We're in quarter two now in 2026. I think. But I'm making some new vows for myself. New vows. Because, I think that you work up to this moment. I think you have to allow yourself some grace. Sometimes that grace is found along the way. It's not always initially found right then and there. And I think that's been the case for me. I think I've recently found new grace within myself. And maybe it's because I'm starting to respect the fact that I've worked so hard to get here. Maybe I didn't respect myself enough. So, yeah, man. I definitely don't want to keep giving my life up to somebody else and allowing somebody else to control my mood and everything else. And I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to come right back. What up, y'all? Sorry about the break there. Yeah, man. New vows. New vows. That's what we're talking about. New vows to myself to just be a better person, man. Overall, I mean, that's really what it is. A vow to myself to just be better. Sorry, man. I had somebody that walked into the sauna, so I had to break. Kind of broke my focus a little bit, but yeah, man. Just going back to I was talking about that person leaving. You know, it's crazy how much we give to other people, and sometimes how little we give to ourselves, you know? I think there's less freedom in being a people pleaser. Constantly trying to please everybody else instead of pleasing ourselves sometimes, you know, and doing what's best for us. You know, why do we respect other people so much that we ultimately disrespect ourselves? When we ourselves is the one person we should respect the most, you know? That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And I'm only saying that because that's what I do, man, a lot of times. But, you know, new vows, 2026. Especially now, you know. It's time to stand up for ourselves and stand up to ourselves, you know, at times. Because a lot of times, it's our own self that is causing the misery in our life, you know. We can point the finger at everybody else, like this person leaving work, but it's not their fault. It's not. Even if they are a negative person, and again, I'm not trying to talk down, I'm just speaking facts. Even if they are a negative person, it's up to us to allow that to affect us, you know? And I've allowed it to affect me for so long. But new vows, baby. New vows. Because God's in control. That's really what I've seen with this whole process, is that God is in control. Always. You know? And He's making room for new blessings in our life. And in order to do that, He's got to remove some of the clutter, some of the people. He's got to be able to remove things to create new space, you know, for new blessings. So I'm just trusting God, baby. And I'm loving myself along the way. And maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe some good will come out of it. But either way, it's a blessing. So, I'll leave it at that. I know I kind of preachy, but just want to, I guess, just pour that out. These new vows for myself, and it's time to take back the keys to my life. So I hope everyone has a good day. I may try to knock out another episode this week, especially with the new album coming out. Again, the new album drops this Friday. Cruize everywhere. Anywhere you could stream music. So run up the numbers for me. Just know that we worked hard, and I'm proud of the work that we put into it. So we'll talk soon, man. Hope you guys have a good day. Take these new vows, take back the keys to your life. So much love. Peace.